The following segment sponsored by Cotton's Country Store.
You know, every once in a while you find something really cool with an incredible story behind it. And we are outside of Greenville in a small community known as St. James to tell that story today. Welcome to Cotton's Country Store. They opened almost 1 year ago. The whole community has rallied behind this special place with an incredible past. We are taking you inside now, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Connie here. We have been talking about the history and what a gem this place is, and so many people really celebrating your opening. Almost open a year now.
Almost a year. We're so excited, and we're looking forward to many more years and trying to bring this community back to life through an old country store.
And that you have done. Let's talk a little bit about the history, your family's history. You can see it all over the walls. I mean, it really tells the story.
It does, and what the pictures don't tell, our folks tell, our community members tell. And my grandparents bought this store in 1947.
And it had been closed.
It had been
for
closed
many years.
For many years, about 15 years. I was living up north, and my husband and I, we moved down here 2 years ago and decided to reopen this store and give the community back their local country store.
And they've been celebrating ever since, because we've only been here about an hour, and just seeing the people come in and how excited they are every day to get to come here.
Yes, ma'am. It's a lot more food than what we had back then. My grandmother had a little counter and cold sandwiches, and that was it. But we are evolving to become what this community needs and asks for as best we can.
And you and your husband really put your heart and soul into bringing this building back to life, preserving some of it, and then of course adding to it.
Yes, ma'am. Being closed and it being such an old building, there was sheetrock that needed to come down. There was insulation we needed to put in. There was some rotten spots in the floors from the coolers that we had back in, condensation. There was no air conditioning, you know. We had fans and that was it. So we pulled everything down. We tried to keep some of the warmth of it being a country store. And like you said, salvaging this little corner over here that is special to so many people in this community. And folks will come in and they want to sit by the World Problem Solved Here signs, and they take home their World Problem Solved t-shirts and mugs, and they get to become part of the story that we're having today. We're still writing this story. It doesn't end.
And seeing just all different walks of life, enjoying, of course, the food. I have heard incredible things about the breakfast. I've enjoyed the lunch, but everybody talks about your breakfast.
They do. Miss Lisa makes an amazing sausage gravy and gravy over your biscuits every morning. Oh, you got to have it before you go to work. And then on Saturday, oh my goodness, you got to bring your family, you got to bring your friends, you got to bring all the littles and sit around our community tables, because you know, that's the best way to enjoy your meal is with your neighbors, your friends, your family, and there's a seat for everybody. You know, you can come in by yourself and you'll have a friend or a neighbor to sit down with every day. We have our own beef in here, and we have our own whole chickens, and we do serve our own eggs from our farm in our kitchen. We put our heart and soul in everything that we put out the door, and Miss Macy, she makes sure that the people's orders get made and they get everything they need in the way that they want it, and you know, we love them for it. We're tickled to death, and we couldn't do this without the two.
And then, of course, too, bringing in the country store part of it, the grocery element. I mean, we're far away from a lot of things, so for people to be able to come in, and we saw somebody grabbing some ice cream and getting some of that milk.
Yes, ma'am. And you know, we have some pantry items. You know, it's a good half hour to go into town to get something, and sometimes folks really just don't have that. And to be able to come in here and, you know, get some coffee or get some, you know, charcoal, or get some cat food, dog food, or oil for your vehicle, because it may not make it back into town if you don't have it. So, you know, we listen to what people say, and sometimes we'll take something out and put something else in. We have the ice out there for folks when they're hunting. They can come and get their ice. They go into the lake or something, they can come get their ice. So we just try to figure out what it is that they want, and we ask them every time they come in, is there something different you'd like to have? And we have little notes that we put everywhere and try to be there for them.
You can tell it's become the heart and soul of this little area, and you were talking about bringing in music and people coming down on Saturdays, and this is solving the world's problems. It's all happening right here.
It is happening right here.
And you were saying you, of course, have been away from this area for many years, coming home, reestablishing. You said, I am surrounded by family, whether by relation or not. Everybody in this area is just like family.
Absolutely, and St. James is a very special community, and we've had people come in from other communities and say that to us. This is different, and we live in Tennessee, but there's something about y'all. And I'm like, we don't go through anything by ourselves here. Not one thing. Everybody comes together. Someone's holding your hand, someone's got your back.
It's a very special place.
It is.
Cotton's Country Store. Well, we thank you for having us out today.
Thank you for coming and seeing us.
Everybody has to come and experience Cotton's Country Store. It is so special. It is right here, as she said, in the heart of St. James. You can find them on Facebook. They're only closed Sundays and Mondays. The rest of the days, they are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you can check them out on Facebook for more.
The preceding segment sponsored by Cotton's Country Store.